Hey guys, welcome to a Saturday edition of Day in the Life of Vintage Classic Specialist. So today I came in about half a day, well, less than half a day. Half a day for me is 6 hours. I came in about 4 hours and worked on the one-piece windows on the 72 Baja bug over here, and using all the sort of methods and tricks that I figured out while doing those on the cowlip car here. And so far I'm pretty happy with how it's coming out. So pretty much I got the felt channel in on the driver's side, the window regulator I had put in previously, and got the window in, test fitted it, got it all adjusted. It seems to be going up and down fine. Of course, there's no scrapers in here, so the window doesn't necessarily stay centered, so you have to kind of cheat when you roll it up and down and make sure that it actually follows this track here. But once the scrapers are in, they kind of center the window this way and it'll go fine, I have no doubt. But yeah, this side actually so far has gone pretty smooth. The only thing is that, so on the red car, I used a pair of factory regulators, original V-dub ones. On this one, I'm using Wolfsburg West reproduction ones. And I don't know if it's because of the one-piece windows or what, but on this side, when you would roll the window all the way up and the regulator would come to the end of its travel, it needed to go up about another 1/4 inch to be seated all the way up in this felt channel here. It just wasn't making it quite all the way. And so basically the end of this tube here, up in here where you can't see, is crimped closed. And that's what limits the amount of travel of the regulator. So pretty much what I did is I just opened up that crimp, and that allowed the regulator travel to go like another 1/4 inch or so, which is plenty. And there's no harm in doing that because it's not going to be able to come apart. Ultimately, the window itself limits how far everything can come up. So there's no danger of the regulator coming apart because I got rid of that stop in it. But yeah, once I did that, it rolls up great. Again, if you kind of manually keep it centered as you're rolling it up and down, it seems to follow the felt channel really nice and seals nice and uniform all the way around here, so far as I can tell. So yeah, very happy with how that's coming out so far. So let's take a look at the scraper here, the outer scraper. So this is kind of where it took a long time on this car to figure out exactly how to do this. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about what I did here. If somebody wants to try and recreate this, I think they would be able to. So a couple things. One is the actual rubber scrapers that come with the MP one-piece window kit are complete garbage. I can't see any way that anybody could get those to work. So what I do is I use, and I've mentioned this before, I use Wolfsburg West split window beetle scrapers. So split window beetles had one-piece windows in them. I guess they were the original cowlip cars. Anyway, so if you buy these very high quality scrapers for a 52 and down beetle, they're actually the right length for a one-piece window. So there you go. So that's one trick. The other trick is that I do use these metal strips that the MP kit comes with. That's actually the only thing I use out of the kit as far as like all the scraper assembly stuff. But for whatever reason, these metal strips are too short. And so what I do is I take, let me back up a little. So the scraper strip for the outer scraper is the one with the thin holes. So you see there's thin hole ones and then there's thick hole ones. So the outer scraper is the one with the thinner holes. So basically what I do is, since I'm not going to use this one on the inside, I use like a felt scraper on there. I basically chop off about, 6 or so inches of this, and then I use it to extend the strip so that it goes almost all the way to the end of the scraper itself. And I'll talk about why I do that in a minute. But basically, yeah, I just take a piece of that. Again, like you can see where it stops about right there, or where it starts rather, and then it goes past the end of this one and then on a little bit more. I put kind of a little jog in it, you can see there, so that it stays flat. And then what I do is I actually use these little rivets that you can get at, you know, probably like any hardware store or something. So that's what I use in place of the little push clips that come with this set, because those I found to also be pretty much complete garbage. But yeah, I use these little push clips, and the door itself has openings for 7 clips, or 7 little slots. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the last one is here, and then normally on a normal car that doesn't have one-piece windows, the vent wing is sort of from there forward. So pretty much what I do is I still use these little push fasteners on the last few here, even where I extend that. And then the ones that aren't actually going to go into the openings in the door, I just cut them off. Now, they're not quite flush yet, so I'll come back with a razor blade and cut them off real flush. But basically, that just helps hold this whole assembly together, because, again, the whole point of this metal strip is to support the scraper and keep it from collapsing or flopping around. So let's look at the car for a second. Maybe this will make more sense. So again, this is the outer scraper. So you can see those little slots go up to, here's the last one. So from here all the way forward, there's no fasteners that are going to attach that scraper assembly to the door. So from there forward, what I do is I just use like weather strip adhesive and glue the assembly to the inside of the door here. But keep in mind that the metal strip that's on there is actually reinforcing it. So really all the adhesive is having to do is keep it from kind of flopping around in this way. It's supported in this way because it's a continuous metal strip all the way from front to back. So really that kind of takes a lot of the onus off the adhesive of having to support anything. Really all it's doing is keeping it stuck up against the inside of the door. And then the metal strip itself is supporting the scraper from trying to go up when you roll the window up, or trying to get pulled down when you roll the window down. So that's what I found that worked really well on the red one. And I think that's kind of the secret to getting these things to work, is supporting that scraper from end to end with this metal strip here that you see. So anyway, finish this one. On Monday when I come in, I'll do the same thing, and I'll create the scraper for the passenger side. And then, yeah, it should go together the rest of the way pretty quick. I think there's the adhesive-backed material that I use for the inner scrapers on these. Seems to work really well and doesn't look too bad. Almost looks like it could be factory. A lot of cars came with like a felt-style inner scraper. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Those are my secrets here. So if anyone's struggling with a pair of those, feel free to try and recreate what I've done here. I think once you start doing it, you'll see exactly what I was talking about as far as how and why I do it this way. But that is pretty much it. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you again Monday. Bye.